Welcome, Hoyo sports fans, to another episode of Wins and Losses with Hoyoverse versus Players. Today we have some updates in the bracket changes for some of the main titles, including Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Honkai Impact Third. As you can see, Honkai Star Rail is probably still climbing steadily as they keep getting W's. Very satisfied player base. They're just racking in W's every other day with good announcements, quality life changes that Abatrax will be going to later in this video. And then we have Genshin Impact. They have finally climbed out of the negative, which is incredible. They are actually in the positive. A lot of Genshin Impact people are starting to see hope with their franchise. There's a lot of good buzz around it lately. A lot of happy faces. You'll love to see it. Now, with Honkai Impact Third, these ratings have remained unchanged. I do have reports, though, from the results of the trauma there that the investors that have been investing into therapy have been very happy with their return, which is really good for the economy and the medical sector, I guess. Good luck, Impact Third fans. With that, Abatrax, continue. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I think we have some wonderful news we will be going over today, and the future of Star Rail is looking ever so bright. I just wanted to cover the quality of life changes that they've announced. That's a new one, as well as the new character with Firefly finally being officially announced, and everyone's wallets will no longer have money in them. I'm very excited. So one thing I want to talk about is the Simulated Universe major update. Indeedly do. The Divergent Universe is going to be basically the Simulated Universe made less monotonous and better. Instead of having to sit there for 20 minutes and just going through the cycle yourself, you'll be able to switch between game modes, have a save file that you can basically kind of move between bosses and get the loot easier and skip a lot of the boring bits, essentially, that you'd kind of grind before. I think it'll probably be more difficult. They're seeming to really put a lot of thought into the Simulated Universe, as it really is their end game and the most fun experiences, I think, over Memory of Chaos and things like that. With, of course, like Swarm Disaster being a whole thing, and it's very difficult and, something to overcome. And I think this will be another way of doing that to kind of spice things up in the Simulated Universe front. Now that you're going to be able to kind of switch between, get rewards really easy, save basically your team here and bounce between them super easy, that's going to make a lot of people very happy, especially the more casual. I just don't have that much time to sit here for an hour today and do this. That'll be nice. The one thing that everyone, of course, is way more excited about is the Apocalyptic Shadow game mode. I think that will be the coolest part, because essentially now, instead of just having pure fiction and Memory of Chaos as your end game choices with the AoE grind versus the single target, you will now have another one thrown in here that will basically makes boss fights, it looks like, a lot harder with new strategies and things like that. And it's going to be basically putting everything on kind of a refresh cycle that's pretty bearable with like every other week. You have a lot of time to kind of switch between these things, so you're always looking forward to something every 2 weeks, which will be fantastic. There won't really be too much of dull periods in that regard. I mean, 2 weeks, everything changes, and 3 weeks for characters to get rolled. They're really putting in the effort here. The team function, setup function optimization, this should be priority number one. This is going to be awesome. Everyone knows how annoying it is to rebuild teams for all sorts of events and situations. The amount of times I've rearranged and set up my damage over time team, for instance, or like I've rebuilt Jing Yuan into a team or Nihility. It's really annoying to kind of like sort through and do that all the time. One thing I also wanted to highlight is to consult your friends. This is great. I think it's actually a really good idea to kind of build slowly more community inside the game itself instead of outside here, where we can talk in the comments or go to streams and kind of have back and forth that way. We'll actually be able to see what other people's ideas are in the game and maybe communicate more within the game with other people than relying outside of the game entirely. Those are the main things. I think everyone knows that Firefly is coming out here. They've already done some shots. Who enjoys Firefly Sims? Within cosplays, it's going to be really cool. She is going to be my personal favorite pick, probably. I made a video sketch the other day making fun of, but also, have y'all seen Jade? She's looking pretty good. It's a competitive. I think it probably should have been Sunday, in my personal opinion, because I think the people that want Firefly What I mean to say is, between the two, a large majority of players are going to pick Firefly, and it's not going to be much of a debate as if it were Sunday or Firefly. Then you'd have a reason to kind of split the markets. It's kind of like when Oppenheimer came out with Barbie movie. It got both, like basically all audiences to the theater and some to both, if that makes sense. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We'll pick Firefly over Jade, and if it was going to be Sunday, we wouldn't have to worry about it as much. That's my personal opinion, but either way, I mean, it's just W after W. It's looking pretty good to be a fan these days, huh? This game has been continuously going and giving us, the players, a lot of benefits and things in order to make people play it more, and I think it's worked very well. $150 million they almost did in a single month, which is insane amounts of money for a game on your phone. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. I don't know if I will have a video, though, out in the next few days. I will be out of town for a little bit on a quick vacation work trip thing here. But ideally, I can get something out, as I like to post decently regularly. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay safe.